How do you know what to get rid of when you're decluttering stuff? That is a great question. I'm Angela Brown, and this is Ask a House Cleaner. This is a show where you get to ask a house cleaning question, and I get to help you find an answer. Now, today we're in the clutter corner. And for those of you that are new, the clutter corner is nothing but a table that we take to a remote place. So it disconnects us from everything around it. And we bring item by item or box by box to our operating table. We put on our gear so family walking by knows that we're in the middle of a really serious operation and that we are changing our relationship with stuff. All right, today I have a box. Inside this box is a piece of paper, and it says, if I don't, then I won't. And that takes us to rule number 2 of the clutter corner. Rule number 2 is, if I don't, then I won't. This is really important. If you don't remember anything from this session, please just write this down. If I don't, then I won't. It will change the way you declutter things. It will change the way you help your family declutter things. It will change the way you store things, and it will change your future purchasing habits. If I don't, then I won't. If I don't do a particular activity, then I won't need the accessories that go with it. I get asked a lot, if I'm helping someone else declutter their home, how do I know what to get rid of theirs? And if I'm getting rid of my own stuff, how do I know what to get rid of? If I'm getting rid of my kids' stuff, how do I know what to get rid of? The answer is, if I don't, then I won't. And the person that you're helping needs to agree to this rule. If I don't play soccer, I won't need the gear that goes with it. So if I played 15 years ago, but I don't play today, I won't need to hang on to that gear. If I don't live in a ski area, I won't need a set of skis. If I only go skiing once a year or once every 5 years, I can rent a set of skis for that weekend. I won't be needing them in my life, in my garage, taking up space. If I don't, then I won't. If I don't teach kindergarten, I won't need 35 boxes of Crayola crayons in my kitchen drawer, right? So we make rules about the things we have in our lives based on what we don't do. If I don't, then I won't. About 20 years ago, there was a businessman who invested in my career. And instead of giving me cash, he gave me a set of really nice golf clubs. And he said, Angela, you've got to learn how to play golf. There's lots of business that happens on the golf course. Okay, in 20 years, I played exactly 1 game of golf. And I hung on to the golf clubs because, yes, maybe things change. Maybe the way I do business will change. Well, the way I do business did change. And now we do business on Zoom calls, not the golf course. For the career that I'm in, I won't need a set of golf clubs. Now, thinking of this when you go shopping, you go into a store and they have a really nice display of men's dress shirts and ties. And you say, whoa, look, they're on sale. This is cheaper than I've ever paid for them. Well, that's great. Maybe they are cheaper. Maybe they are on sale. Maybe they're fantastic shirts. But if you don't have an office job that requires you to wear a shirt and tie, you won't be needing those shirts. So you don't buy them at all. I know, it's a really cool idea, right? There was a woman that we helped go through this process, and she had a coat closet full of really nice heavy winter coats. But the problem was she'd moved from Boston, where they have really severe winters with ice and storm and blizzards, and it's cold. And she moved to North Carolina, where on the same day of the year it's 60 degrees outside and people are just wearing a long sleeve t-shirt. That's it. No heavy winter coat needed. If I don't live in Boston, I won't need 15 heavy-duty winter coats. So we can start going through item by item of our house and say, if I don't, then I won't. And when you go shopping and you go down the cutlery and the kitchen aisle with all the fun, cool, colorful gadgets, if I don't cook, I won't need all of these kitchen gadgetries that just take up all the drawers and the space in my kitchen. If I don't, then I won't. So as you start going through your stuff, if I don't, then I won't. And make that become a mantra that you follow on a day-to-day basis. And also for the people that you are helping, whether it's your family members or your parents or what have you. We helped a woman that was in her late years. She was a senior, but she had a baby crib and a nursery in her home. If I don't have kids and grandkids that are of nursery age, I won't need a crib inside my home. I can let that go to a new mom that could possibly use that, and I could turn this room of my home into a painting studio so I could enjoy the last several monumental years of my life, right? If I don't, then I won't. All right, and that is it for today's Clutter Corner. Now, if you have something that you don't do anymore and you won't be needing those items, put those items in the notes below because I'm eager to hear what it is you're going to be removing or passing on from your life. This is a really fun way to do this, and I'm really glad you guys are on this journey with me. For those of you that want to do before and after pictures, you want some moral support, you've got questions or comments on a daily basis, come on over to Hoarding World. I will leave links in the show notes. You do not have to be a hoarder to participate. It's just a support group where we're changing our relationship with stuff. All right, until then, leave the world a cleaner place than when you found it.